Hi, and welcome back to SCORE Connect. I'm Anna-Vija McClain, your host, and I am here today with Lisa Odell, the chair of SCORE Nashville. Lisa has been telling us all about SCORE Nashville and the many programs and workshops they provide. Now I'd love to learn how SCORE connects to the Nashville community. So what are the other organizations, groups, and resources that you are pulling into the SCORE bubble to make sure that your clients have what they need to be successful?
Well, let me tell you a fun fact. There was a research study done back in 2019, and it was determined that there were 150 organizations in Nashville alone that are designed to help entrepreneurs.
Just in Nashville?
Just in Nashville. Now, some of those charge money.
Sure.
Obviously, we don't. But 150, which just tells you what a strong environment Nashville is for entrepreneurs in general.
Yeah.
But we partner with quite a few organizations. I know you know the ones that focus on technology, like Launch Tennessee and the Entrepreneur Center, and obviously they get a lot of play because technology makes a lot of money. But on the flip side, there are some fantastic organizations that we work with. For example, Corner to Corner. Corner to Corner is an organization, a woman named Shana Berkeley runs it. They do 3 or 4 cohorts a year, and they focus on people that have basically started their businesses sort of as a little cottage industry, and they've got a wonderful curriculum, and they build them up to where they are actually running their businesses.
Yeah.
And they just had a graduation ceremony. 700 people showed up.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
Amazing. That's
we
amazing.
send people to them, they send people to us. We do also work with Pathway Women's Business Center. What I find is really interesting, though, is that there are a lot of banks that also are asking us to step in and work with them and teach some classes for them.
Oh, yeah.
In addition, we're starting to work with the Nashville Library.
Amazing, yeah.
The Green Hills Library is starting to teach classes for entrepreneurs. They just had a cohort, and we are going to start teaching some of our more basic classes about marketing models, business models, and things like that. There are a lot of other organizations. I know that, well, I'll be honest with you, they're just too many to list.
There's 150 of them. I was wondering if you were going to get them all in before the show was over.
Honestly, I can't. I mean, I could give you a list of 20 right now. But what we do is we have a list of what those people do. And if we don't think that we can help somebody to the extent that they need help, the first thing that we do is we bring mentors and subject matter experts together sort of in a grouping, and we ask who can help. And then we get a group that can actually help this person give different objective ideas, and then if we really can't, we pass them on to another organization. Yeah. And then we stay with them to find out how it's working out.
I have been CC'd on many a group email chain that does exactly that, right? Which is just this is a person, here's a specific need they have, what group, organization, connection, or resource can you share? And then I love to watch those clients sort of through their entrepreneurial journey. In fact, one of them, Ryan, started his own company. He invented like a hydration backpack.
Yes, he did.
And I was dialed in as a subject matter expert, and now he is one of the featured guests on our SCORE Connect podcast. So he has come full circle from starting a business, do I even want to do that, through the design, the ideation phase, into the beta testing, a Kickstarter program, which was very successful. And now he is being featured on our podcast to be able to give that fundraising advice to other people, which is amazing.
That is fantastic. One of the organizations that we love to partner with is the Nashville Incubation Center.
Oh, yeah.
It's run by Angela Crane Jones. She's got 3 or 4 different types of cohorts. So you get done with the first one, and then you can move on to the next one and move on to the next one. And once you get to a certain point, then you can take a cohort that really helps you fundraise. And I am so impressed with what she's done over the last 5 years. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So SCORE's strategic approach to business growth, I think, is so influential, not only for Score clients, but just, again, the partners in the community, because what you're looking at is this is where you started, this is where you want to go, and you can't just go from here to here overnight. You have to stair-step your way, and again, doing that alone can be overwhelming. But all of those resources already exist, either through Score or other organizations. I love the idea of a multi-tiered cohort that gets you to where you're ready to fundraise, because going out and asking for money is very hard if you don't have something clear and concise and planned and ready to ask for.
Well, it's hard enough just to ask friends and family to give you money, much less go to a pitch event or try to get some funding some other way. So absolutely.
So speaking of pitch events, I know that Score is hosting the Powerhouse Panels and Pitches event coming up in July, which I'm very excited to host. And we have so many amazing panelists and speakers coming. But tell me a little bit about the event, specifically the pitch competition.
We decided, we were actually given $7,000 to host this. And I decided that instead of using some of that money to spend on creating the event, we would give all of the money away.
That's awesome.
So we are limiting it to 40 people.
Okay.
Those 40 people will come in. They will do a 90-second preliminary pitch. 10 of those people will be chosen, and then they will do a 5-minute pitch at the very end of our symposium sessions. And the winner will get $3,000. Second place gets $2,000. Third place gets $1,000. There's going to be an audience favorite. For $500, and then just for the heck of it, we're going to go ahead and give 2 prizes for $250 each. You have to be there to win, but we're just going to pick them out of a hat, because people who are in business are always needing money for something.
Absolutely. I love this idea of you at the event, just like throwing cash everywhere at everyone in the audience. Like, you get some money and you get some funding.
If I only could, because funding is one of the biggest problems that all small businesses have.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So the pitch competition will be going on throughout the day.
Yes.
And there'll be different judges. And then tell me a little bit about the panel section. What's going on in the main room with some of the speakers for the event?
Well, because funding is such a hard thing to come by, we wanted to make sure that people heard from a speaker who talks about just how to price your products to effectively, get to the bottom line. We have somebody who is going to be talking about just collaborating and networking with women. We've got someone else who's going to be talking, well, we've got a funding panel, actually, where we're going to be talking about, traditional SBA loans, but then there's a little bit of a twist to that, and then Studio Bank has got a loan fund just for women.
Amazing, yeah.
And we've got some other women that are just so powerful. They're young, they're powerful.
I love that you called it Powerhouse Panels and Pitches, because when I saw the guest list, I was like, oh, that's the perfect title. Like, everyone here.
These, you know what? I'm so glad that I'm past the point where I'm actually going to have to go out and earn money. I don't know if I could compete anymore. These women are phenomenal. They've got great stories, and they're going to be so inspiring.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So that's coming up July 22nd.
Yes.
That will be at Lipscomb Swang Business Center. And we're excited to host over 200 people for that event. And it will be an all-day event. So make sure to go online to check that out for sure.
Yes, please.
Yeah, but I think that in general, the event itself and the work that you're doing with your clients and connecting them with mentors is just so valuable in our community. And so we just want to thank you for that. And for putting together this show so that we're able to share it with everyone.
Thank you so much. I think it's just super important to always be networking, meeting new people, providing opportunities for other people to network and meet the folks that that can help them make their business successful.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with just a little bit more information. We'll see you then.